Hey everybody, my name is Landon. You know me as Frorin. I wanted to make this video to kind of look back on the year, which has been an incredibly hard year for a lot of people. But it was also my first full year making music. So I wanted to talk about that, kind of introduce myself to a lot of the new people that I've seen show up over the last couple of weeks, but also just the last year in general. Recently, I've been getting a lot of support over one of my songs that I made like 7 months ago, which is a Bloodborne song. You people watching probably know about it. You probably found me out because of it. So yeah, to you people, I just wanted to put a face to the music and to the words and introduce myself to you. Like I said earlier, my name is Landon. I am an independent musician, as you probably know. I am also sort of a videographer slash filmographer. I was more so in the past before I started making music. I was actually going to school to eventually get into a film school to make movies, or at least short films with friends. And I was also really interested in just video making in general. You could probably see that on my channel. I have a few gaming videos up. About a year and a half ago, I discovered a love for making music, and I made my first song, my first fully original song. It was called November Wind, back on, I think it was July 28th of 2019. And that kind of jump-started my love for the process of making music. It was kind of funny how it happened. I had downloaded a demo version of FL Studio, and the song was like almost completely done when I accidentally exited out of FL Studio. And if you don't know, in the demo version, basically you can't open saved projects. So I had saved the project, but I wouldn't have been able to open it again if I had closed FL Studio, which I did by accident. So it was then and there that I dropped $200 and bought FL Studio, and I kind of solidified it for myself that I was gonna be doing music now. For a few months after that, I struggled a lot with inspiration. It's like, it wasn't like there was a huge gap in me working on music. There was a huge gap between the music, but in that time I was constantly trying to make something. Back in September, it was September 29th of 2019, my girlfriend's mother passed away, and that kind of pushed us into a really hard winter. And when we came out of that was finally when I got the inspiration to make my song called Until the End, which is entirely for her, my girlfriend, about the struggles we had to go through in those few months. And after that, I made a remastered version. I think I put that up like either the next day or a couple of days afterwards, which I would make another remastered version because it's still not up to my standards anymore. That song holds a special place in my heart, even though it's not my favorite one that I've made now. After that song came The Hunt, which is my Bloodborne song that many of you know of. That song kind of came out of me having just started playing Bloodborne, and I came up with, I was trying to make something else. Like, I was trying to make a song kind of like Until the End, but then as I was making it, and as I was making the guitar tracks, I started to think about my time playing Bloodborne and how much it kind of fit into the feel of the game, if that makes any sense. So that's where that came from. I don't know if many of you know of the musician by the name of Miracle of Sound. He was a huge inspiration of mine. That's also where that Bloodborne song kind of came from, because I was listening to a lot of his music, specifically his Bloodborne songs, which are really good, and that inspired me to make my own. And actually, if you listen to his song, 1,000 Eyes, and then my song, The Hunt, you'll notice I kind of paid homage to his song in the chorus, where it says, 1,000 eyes open inside. I ripped that from his song because I really liked the lyric. That said, Miracle of Sound was such a huge inspiration to me over the last year. And I'm pretty sure he knows it because I have chatted with him a couple of times. Pretty much every time he makes a new song, it gets me to sit down at my computer and get to work on something myself. And the last few months have been kind of difficult inspiration-wise, so that's why there hasn't been anything going up. But I have been constantly working on something. I have a fully remastered instrumental version of The Hunt. It's not up, but I'm thinking I might record some vocals for it, and if you guys would like to hear that remastered version, then I can put it up. I just kind of feel awkward putting up so many remastered versions of my songs, because I have a remastered version of Until the End, and a remastered version of November Wind, and a remastered version of Neon Nights. So it's kind of like all it shows is that I'm not confident in my own work, which, I'm really not, which I think is probably a good thing, because that means I'm constantly improving in some way or another. So I also wanted to talk about a couple of my future projects. I have been playing Hollow Knight recently. It's an amazing game, and it has inspired me to try to make some music for it. So that's what I've been working on. I have 2 ideas for songs about Hollow Knight. And if you want kind of an idea of what they might be like, the names will be Lucid Dreams and Void and Cloak. Lucid Dreams will be a much more atmospheric, kind of spacey kind of sound that'll gradually ramp up in intensity as the song continues. Void and Cloak will just be generally more intense and kind of capture the feel of playing the game itself. Killing things as you do in video games. So I hope you guys can look forward to that. Just wanted to let the new people know that stuff is in the works and I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. I am making music. No matter how much of it you don't hear, I'm constantly making something. So I hope that reassures you that you will be hearing something new, hopefully in the near future, if if my brain allows it. If my brain lets me continue to push forward on these new songs. It might take a month or 2, we'll see, but I hope you guys can stick around and wait for that. Real quick before I end the video, I just wanted to say that if you want to try to stay up to date with the things that I'm doing, I am going to try to post more on social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram. I believe both of the handles are just Frorinn, @Frorinn, Frorinn. So go follow me there if you want to stay up to date on my projects. I will notify you whenever a new one is up, and I will also keep you up to date on things that are in the works. So thank you all for a great year, and also not thank you for a horrible year. My heart goes out to all the families and all the people that have been affected by current events. I hope this next year will treat us more kindly, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. We'll see how it goes. Thank you all for watching and bearing with me as I ramble on about my life. It really means a lot to me that so many people, it is a small amount of people, but it means a lot to me that anybody takes the time to see what I do and listen to my music and give me any feedback. So again, thank you all for sticking around. I'll see you later.